Waiting for mana traders to give us our cards. Looks like they've arrived. Shall we play some aggro to finish the night off? I think so. Naya, Bonecrusher. What is this called? Naya, Bonecrusher Zoo. Bam. Updated. We'll see if it updates. I hit it twice. Naya Zoo. We're going to rock it off here with this one. Update all versions. Here we go. Bloodbraid can't adventure the giant, by the way, in case you didn't know, but I'm assuming you did. Yes, because the adventure is on the adventure side. It doesn't get those. It cascades into the card that it's like not an adventure part of. Deck theme song. Well, others can play it. We will not. What do we have in this list? We have a bunch of 2-drops here. A little interested to see 4 Qasali Pride Mages, but we'll rock it because artifacts do show up in the meta. Bloodbraid Elves at the top end to cascade down. And then we have the 1-drops. Things like Path to Exile for removal, Bolt to get us there, and removal. Hex Drinker, a pretty good staple at 1-drop here that seems to be doing things. Noble Hierarch to get us to that 2 and 3 slot easier. And a Wild Mikado, getting that pump +1/+1 per plains and per mountain. We have a Singleton Horizon Canopy in here. I'm a little surprised not to see maybe a second one. Although if you'll notice, we have 21 lands, fetches, and all that. I'm kind of curious why we have 21 lands, maybe not 20. Maybe I can get a Y here instead of like an extra Hex Drinker. Anyway, we have a Deafening Silence pair here. Sweet. Rest in peace, Worship Ancient Grudge Alpine Moon. This is obviously for fun matchups. Collect Choke, not Collected Company. Collector Ufe, Cinder Vines here for that good enchantment removal. Night of Autumn as an ETB, and Gaddock Teague to ruin our Tron opponents. Qasali plus Noble gives 8 Exalted dudes, so as you swing the biggest blockers. Well, we could put an Aven in. We could put that Aven in. The Exalted Aven, not this one. Where's the Exalted Aven? Where's my buddy? Aven's, and just put the full name in, Aven Squire. There he is. Standard All-Star staple. From this set, technically, M13. Well, because Bloodbraid is 4 mana, also it works super well because we went 11 and 1. I'm really tempted to just cut like a Wooded Foothills personally and just slam an extra creature in here. Even if it's like a Bird of Paradise. But you said the list is hot. Let's go. Let's go. It is always appreciated to play a list before making too many or any modifications because it gives you a sense of where the list is headed. It gives you that sense. Wow, this is a bad hand. This is a terrible hand. Our mountain, our Singleton Mountain, all the green and white cards galore, and we have a Bolt. I should cut this mountain. I think I should cut this mountain right now. I think we mulligan this. I don't think this gets us anywhere. All right. This gets us some places. Let's keep. I have an unknown opponent here. I kind of want to ditch the path and just go for it. Let's get to this Bloodbraid Elf. Feels correct here. I have to go get, looks like Stomping Ground. Good luck, Zale. You can do it. I believe in you. Stomping Ground. Shock it in. Play the Noble Hierarch. Opponent's all about that 4 colors. And I'm like, maybe. Maybe. Don't bolt this. Bolting the bird is a rude thing to do. And I would not appreciate it. Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much, opponent. Now they're going to bolt this. Ooh. This card is of consideration here. card is of consideration. I kind of want to get the other noble down, but I like this card, especially against black and red. Let's play a Voice of Resurgence here. Next turn, we can play Noble and Wild Nacatl, and then just slam in here for 4. Opponent's got to deal with this on their turn. I think this applies more pressure than trying to ramp out. If we attempt this as well, another ramp out here, then maybe they just shoot one of these. This looks like what they're going to do now. Okay. Oh, not good for us. Not good for us. All right, we didn't hit the land anyway. Play a Nacatl. Let's play a Noble. Let's swing for 4. Let's hope we're not dead. It's Goryo's. We didn't hit the land anyway, so not that that justifies the play at all. So what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fetch land, please. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and Bloodbraid. Bloodbraid here. Get to hit for a lot. Casting a Noble. We'll cast. So this would be 6 or 7. Guess I'm hitting with 7. Go ahead, opponent. I got you next turn. Got you next turn, opponent. Uh-oh. 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 Did they top deck it? They have the Goryo's. Slamming in with Biggie. Why do we tap like this? Ain't no place is loading. We have a lot of ways we can win next turn. But we got to get to there. They swinging with this dude. And they have all kinds of lands. I'm going to be real upset here. These do what per? 3 per? So blocking doesn't do anything. Collective Brutality. Killing Bloodbraid Elf. Too bad. Gain some life. It's pretty good. Pretty good. They put Gristlebrand in the yard. A Coddle. Well, play another Bloodbraid here. Cascading into a path. We will actually go ahead and cast this on our own Noble. This way the Nacatl grows. Gotta grow that Nacatl. Gotta grow that Nacatl. 6, 7, 8. Put them to 8 here. I mean, if they have a Flying Gristlebrand, it's... Or put them to 2. If they have a Flying Gristlebrand, there's not much I'm doing here. 2 damage is in the Bonecrusher. Uh-oh. Land? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Goes to 1. Goes to 1. 3 mana. 4 mana. 5 mana. Through the Breach. Gristlebrand. Okay. They're out of cards. So they can draw once with Gristlebrand here. I go to 6. Draw 7. Did you win? I see a Nourishing Shoal in the yard. No, they hit a Nourishing Shoal. Go again, opponent? Or do you want to stay at 12 life? Goes again. They must have had a Nourishing Shoal. Sideboard time. Guess we should rest in peace. I mean, this stops this does stop through the breach. Yeah, probably these 5 here on the side. I don't think Deafening Silence makes a whole lot of sense, though it could get there against Gristle Rand in funny ways. And Deafening. But I like these 5. Yeah, Helix is probably a fine one to take out here. We kind of want the paths. I could almost take like a Pride Mage out as well, right? Kind of like just take these out and just bring this stuff in. Does that seem reasonable? Helix says Anne. Do you want Deafening Silence in? Each player can't cast more than 1 non-creature spell each turn. It does stop the combo process. I could see that. And if we're avoiding the combo process, we're probably doing okay over Quasali's. Quasali's can like be damage. I mean, I don't mind bringing it in. I kind of actually want to play the card. Kind of want to play the card. I'm cool with these cards. I mean, it gives us, what, 6 cards to hit in the kind of the opener that shut down the deck a bit. If we can hit one of those, we're in good shape. All right. Well, we hit none of that. Question is, are we going to try to find one of those? The opponent has chosen to begin the game with 7 cards. What does this hand do? I play a Noble, and I don't do much else after. Voice or Bonecrusher? Let's mulligan here. We have better things to do. This looks a little bit happier. So I can play Gaddock Teague here. And then a Path. Let's keep this. Let's ditch a Arid Mesa. And we'll go for it. No turn 1. That's a good sign. Bloodbraid's fine. Go ahead, opponent. I have Path open now. Beware. Beware. Haggle. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Gristlebrand is in the yard. We're about to path that guy. There we go. My opponent's all smug. Got that turn 2, he says. Haha, turn 2. I'm glad I have this path. Go for that attack, my friend. I am actually going to go fetch exactly my planes. Bloop. Get out of here, Gristle. Get out of here. Draw some cards. Draw some more cards. They're almost dead. They are literally almost dead. Nourishing Shoal. Nourishing Shoal. A Gristlebrand. They are getting to get a land potentially from this. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if we top deck a Bolt and they're like, no Nourishing Shoal? That would be bonkers. That would be bonkers. Oh my gosh, opponent, did you not find it? Surely they did. Surely they did. Simian Spirit Guide. Suspended. Suspended. I mean, like, not suspended, but 4 mana. We're already in combat. We're getting Morby down. Wish Gaddock T was in play. We doing Morby. This is why I didn't want to fetch and shock as well. Fetch and shock would put us to 17, which would mean 6 lands is lethal. This requires now 7 lands. Oh, Nourishing Shawl, Through the Breach, World Spineworm. We've pathed Gristlebrand, though. Thank goodness we did that. So we have 3 5/5s to deal with here. I don't think I can deal with 3 5/5s, right? That's pretty much a turn 2 against us. I'll see if I draw a path. But I think they got us. If I draw running paths here, it won't really matter because they have a Through the Breach still in hand because they spliced onto Arcane. At least I get to see some of their cards here. Uh-huh. It's a good card. So they're trying to use the Merchant of the Veil. That is their game plan here. Couple Collective Brutalities, good to know. Creatures need to be a little bit higher than 2 to survive there. Nourishing Shoal again. Black Cleave Cliffs. One more card. We top deck a Hex Drinker. Even if I play 1 creature here, the following turn I only have a Bonecrusher Giant. We lose to 2 swings of the Dworms. Alright, any changes? It's probably a no. We are looking to hit one of our hate pieces a little bit faster this turn. And I believe they actually can beat Worship unless we get Hex Drinker down as well. If we can get a Hex Drinker and Worship down, then they can't beat it. But if they have just creatures to kill, they can certainly do that. I think Morby can hit them for 3 each. I believe that crazy guy can do it. Look at that thunder outside. Make sure it's not. Yeah, brutality can, because it's a loss of life, not damage. Loss of life, not damage. Cool. Weather's doing alright. I'd like to play first. Oh, come on. I want it so bad, though. We have 6 pieces of hate. They can still breach, I know. I mean, if we get this on turn 2, we're doing alright. We have stuff to do. If I was on the draw, I'd probably keep it. We gotta mulligan this, I think. This is no good. This is worse. Come on, deck. Help me out here. This is no good either. Has no hate pieces in here. I'm going deep. Where are the lands? Alright, we'll keep 3. This, Hex Drinker. You can keep it like this. Play Hex Drinker here, pass to the turn. It is the quickest clock. I suppose if we draw Rest in Peace Noble makes more sense. But we only have 2 in the deck. I'd rather have the clock on them. This is how you lose. Real good. We'll just pump this up and swing in. I should have kept the Rest in Peace hand, I think. I'm thinking that now. Okay. Maybe. I'm gonna blow this up. That's fine here. We'll go ahead and play a Noble out and pass turn. All right, let's see if we can hit a hate piece here. Or if we're just dead. This is not looking like a very good match number 1 for us. Red mana. Haggles. Man, if I see Gristlebrand in the yard, I'm going to be really upset. Spider with the 12. The raiding party. What's up? Borby. The Spiderlings have arrived. Let's get some howls in the chat for our Spiderlings. Oh, fanciness right there. Simian Spirit Guide. Goryo's Vengeances. Borby back. Borby's going to hit for 7. We had a big old host, but everybody left. No, Spider. Why'd they leave? We're going to 10. Oh, you missed the 5-0? Maybe that's why. They're all like, no. Hits their land drop. Oh, that's awkward. That's some awkwardness right there. I bet they have another Goryo's here. At least it feels like it. We're gonna go get probably just Stomping Ground. I have white as well already. Come on, Rest in Peace. We flying high. Flying high. The deck feels strong when Modern is being unfair, which we've already circled back to. Oh no, Simian Spirit Guide. 3 mana. Are we just gonna play this merchant here? Oh, off the Simian Spirit Guide. It's still a... Oh ho! Go ahead, opponent. I got a bolt for you. I'm the new Miracle Man. You can tell Evan that. I guess waiting here, and if they have a if they have anything, it would be rough. Let's go ahead and bolt this. I don't want to take 2. I also played versus Red Prism between that and Vesper. It was like Fluffy was just cute against me all league. No, you played against the Elementals. You played against the Elementals, my friend. Pitches a nourishing shoal here. A Noble. Let's take 1 point of damage here to get Voice out. We'll pass the turn. This will allow Noble to be also played following turn. And maybe we can get a couple little creatures out. It's the hope. It still had Vesper. It did. It did. We like them Vespers. They put a card on the bottom. They're ditching that card. Where's Gaddock Teague? Where's Gaddicums when you need them? Noble here. We get to swing for 3, it looks like. I'm going to play this Windswept Heath. I don't think I'm afraid of them bolting me. They didn't appear to have that. They have the Collective Brutality over anything. I might be cashing in Horizon Canopy off of probably a basic Plains here. I could assume I'm going to draw a Bloodbraid Elf though, so maybe I just kind of hang tight here for 1 turn. Top 3 cards have to be 1 Vesper, 2 Blood Moon, and 3 some combo card. Define top 3 cards artistically, value, favorites to play, combo cards. Abrades my Noble. Interesting. I will probably not crack Horizon Canopy now. Just my favorite. My all-time favorite cards? Who knows? Alright, let's crack this. I'm getting sick of this. Come on. That'll work. Rabblemaster's up there. Rabblemaster is definitely up there. Our merchant is on an adventure. I think I can wait actually here. I don't think the 2 damage matters so much. What do I have a lot of in the deck here? I think I'd go get a forest, honestly. Let's go get a forest just to avoid that nice Blood Moon. Alright. So we're going to attack with Voice here. The whole point of attacking with Voice here is then I can maybe Bonecrusher this out of the way. I don't want the free shock. I want to kill this. I want to kill this. I need to kill this card, personally. Wooded Foothills, pass turn. Yeah, I don't believe in that free shock. Who needs that in my life? I have to clear the board. I'm looking for Gaddock Teague, wherever he may be. Poor Gaddock Teague. He's so lost. He just needs a little help. Dude, I'm playing that. Getting in with Bloodbraid. Cascade. Hits a Voice. Yes, please. That's pretty good. Hitting our top end here. Swinging for 3. Alright. Don't forget. 2 Simian Spirit Guides are already down. So it's unlikely they have the other 2. So we're probably okay against some of the bigger threats here. A Braid's Blood Braid. Cool. Looking okay. Let's cast in order. In proper order here. Let's cast. Deafening Silence behind this. Swinging for 2. Down to 8. We need 2 turns here. Ow. 2 turns, but we could definitely die to something flying in the air. Top deck Bolt obviously would clear it too. We don't need Blood Braid anymore. If we top deck a Blood Braid, then we swing for lethal. Lightning Axe's Bonecrusher takes 2, goes to 6. Okay. They pitched a Through the Breach. Alright, now it'd be nice to have Blood Braid online for something. Let's see here. I think I attack and we just play Bonecrusher and force them to have everything. This way they have 2 threats and they can't really attack Bonecrusher. Voice would kill them. Oh, they decided to do this on my turn. Thank you. Opponent's going for it. They know they got to win right here. Here we go. Do they have what they need? Gaddock Teague would have been the better card to have drawn than the Bonecrusher. That's a big win right there. That's a big win. Mull to 3 and win. Rest in peace. Some of the cards they were discarding here, they Gristlebrand. They had a lot of removals of braids and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how we won that. No idea. No literal idea. Hold on. I'm just telling the wife that if she wants to, let's see here. All right, I'm just telling her it's raining up here because she's at her mom's, and I told her if she wants the garage, I can move the truck for her. Look, our opponent didn't even hit okay. I'm gonna double check the weather too, because we can really hear it going down. So we'll have to run away when she's heading back just to do that. Unless we zoom this out. Yeah, that's pretty bad weather actually. So we might have a little break if she heads back soon and we're not through this league. This league will be the last one. We're having a good just fun match here on Tuesdays. For those that are maybe new, we stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, playing all kinds of stuff. This is a hot hand. We'll keep this. We'll keep this. This does things. Opponent's going to Thoughtseize us. Don't Inquisition me. Take all the damage, please. Alright, well, we have some things here. I'm sure they have some removal. Voice is great against Lily. can be. There's a Tarmogoyf, so we gotta beat a Tarmogoyf. It's doable. It is doable. What am I doing? Leading with Voice of Resurgence here? I think it might be just lead with Voice of Resurgence here. And pass the turn. Plan to play Quasali plus Noble next turn. That makes us a 4/4 swinging across the table. It makes a elemental even bigger. Opponent Thought Seizes us. I actually not sure what they will take here. They could take an instant right now to pump Tarmogoyf. They might not like that I have a Quasali Pride Mage and a Noble Hierarch for all that exaltedness. Takes Bloodbraid, the top end here. Remains 3/4 for Tarmogoyf. I'm expecting a second Tarmogoyf here, honestly. No blocks. And a follow-up. There it is. Okay. Let's play Noble here. This is information, but I take less damage. And I don't mind taking a little less damage here. And we can now swing with Voice. Kind of like the idea of swinging with Voice. I can always chump block with one of these fine folks here. Probably can just chump block with a Noble Hierarch, honestly. We're looking at potentially lethal. They do know this Helix is here. Don't Voice be a 5/5 swing? Possibly. See what my opponent wants to do here. Nothing. Of course. Let's shock in here. And let's go ahead and run the Voice back again. I'm looking to clear some Tarmogoyfs. I almost want to just like Helix one of these. It would put an instant, so I shouldn't do that. That would be silly. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Wild Mikado pass turn. Plus no trample and all that good stuff too, and things just get funky, so yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we have them at a virtual 4. A virtual 4, and I could swing with the team, basically. Nice. Nice. Alright. Jund. Oh, Jund. What are we doing with you? Maybe a Knight of Autumn? I like maybe one Knight of Autumn. That's probably about it. Maybe over one Bonecrusher Giant. Maybe not. I could see it over one Quasali Pride Mage, actually. Knight of Autumn gains life. Gains life or becomes a 4/3. Rest in Peace could do a lot, too. Because of Tarmogoyf. I can't really... I might just path like a Tarmogoyf. Does that really matter? I feel like Pride Mage did a lot that game, but doesn't do a lot the following games. Like, I think it's just like one Night of Autumn, honestly. Just gaining life is a nice thing to do. Puts another body into play. We'll go ahead and submit this. Fair enough. We kept Bonecrusher. I'm taking one Quasali out. Alright, we'll keep this. This hand leaves a little bit to be desired here. A little bit to be desired here. Fetch, shock, Thoughtseize. What do you want, opponent? Bloodbreak? Free shocks. Yeah, we have a lot of actual burn in our hand. We went from Naya creatures to burn. Opponent takes a blood braid here. Alright, it's information, but I'll go ahead and do this for the Sacred Foundry. If they play Bob, I can fetch shock and blast them with a bolt. If they don't, I just fetch and just honestly go get a Sacred Foundry so I have all my colors. Again, it's a little bit of information, but I'm kind of okay with this at the point. We're looking pretty hot here to probably just run over our opponent. Alright, it's Tarmogoyf. So we gotta beat a Tarmogoyf. Let's go ahead and fetch shock. I like this play. Let's bolt him. Take him to 11. Gotta close this game out in a reasonable amount of time. Path. I don't have to close it out that fast anymore. Let's leave both options open here. Just stomp them? I got the path though too. Path plus stomp. That's fair. We can go to 12 here to see what else they play too. We don't give them a land technically right now. I might want to hit that instead. It's looking dodgy. Fluff them. Let's go after them. I'm so close to killing them. I'm dead? I'm dead. I'm dead. Watch this play. Shock in the face of Death Shadow. Opponent has to do nothing here. Literally nothing. I'm gonna get them to flinch. Let's get them to flinch. Come on, fetch shock, do it. Show me you're a boss. You got this, opponent. Fetch shock. Alright. We'll run it back. Run it back. We're on the play this time, which is good. We were not on the play the first game. We were not on the play the second game. We were finally on the play in the third game, being the Aggro. Ghost Reaper, 92, thank you for the follow. Maybe I want worship? Nope, can't sideboard it. Too late. Too late. Alright, we'll keep this. Alright. Let's get a Wild Mikado down. Go ahead, opponent. They might not have Assassin's Trophy. You're right. You're right. You are right. We're going to have to play this one a bit interesting, I think. We might actually not attack them a couple turns here to get giant Hex Drinkers and then try to plow through them. We'll see where their life total sits after turn 1. We will see. Fetch. Street Wraith. Shock. Thoughtseize. $15 life. 13 life. 12. Yeah. Has no follow-up here. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, we'll go get a Stomping Ground here. And we're going to play 2 Hex Drinkers and pass turn with no attack. Go ahead, opponent. Dismembers is something here. Nakatl. They wanted to go lower. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Deck list can be found at !deck or deck list. Snuff-covered forest. I wonder if they would play a Death Shadow here. I could Bonecrusher it. They're not aware of what my hand is currently. Collective Brutality. Checks on us. Fine by me. Seems like my opponent doesn't want to hit me. If I hit for 3 here, they didn't play. I think it's time. It's time to go. Yeah, I have 5 points of burn now, so let's go ahead and get in for a 3 points of damage here. That'll put them to 8. So we need one more connection here. The lemon dot plus the lime dot is delicious, isn't it? Delicious. Just saying. Some hot stuff right there. Alright, so we have a Death Shadow here. We are fetching. What are we getting? Just basic swamp here? Basic swamp. Another Death Shadow. 2/6/6 Death Shadows. And a Traverse. Going to get one more Death Shadow. Play Hex Drinker past turn. Then we'll look to Stomp and Lightning Bolt, and hopefully we can get around all their Death Shadows. Kind of hoping both of these attack, then I can block one of them, probably stay alive. I would think they have Hex Drinker or Death Shadow plus a few other things. Ah, shoot. So they're gonna take 2 here. So they have Death Shadow Unknown card here. Bolting them would take them down to 2 life. That would also make their Death Shadows near lethal here. I need them to be at 2. Because if I top deck a Bonecrusher, it's probably reasonable. I also have the helixes. Bring me in, coach. TBR is lethal, but they're not doing that. They've shown us all their cards here. So let's see what they want to go here for. No attacks. There's no surprises there. Go ahead and fetch here and just thinning. I will go get something with green in it. We can go get a stomping ground, it looks like. All right, burn spell off the top. Let's go. Burn spell right here. What are you doing, opponent? What you doing? You got Nourishing Shoal over there? Let's play a match. That's not luck. I've been watching. If you haven't been watching, Meryn, I've been watching Avaros. He's Miracle Man. You watch him a little bit and a miracle just like him. Oh gosh, we're gonna have to like. I have to leave this on so that if we need to, they can like contact me. But you know, it's gonna ring there. It's gonna ring a couple times. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Let's play first. We'll keep this. It has cards. Has them cards in it. Maybe I can turn this down. Let's do that. There we go. It's a little quieter. A little quieter. All right, let's just shock this in here. Get this Nakatl down. It's a 2/2. Go ahead, opponent. We're gonna put this right here so I can see it. I'm gonna like hold my phone because I have to know if I get a call, but I don't want it to ring the whole time. Fetch, shock, blood crypt, Thoughtseize. Yes. Take the damage. What do you want? Takes Voice of Resurgence. Makes sense. I'll probably play Pride Mage here. Most definitely no. Let's make sure we get in for damage. We don't know if they're Death Shadow or not. They did play it off of Wooded Foothills. Makes it look less. Looks less like it. Bam. Take 4. Go to 11. We have 5 points of damage in here. Looking to close this one out ASAP. F6 through our turn. Maybe they stopped texting. The family. Family's like, what's up? How you doing? How you? Wow, that's a lot of wood. Oh, look, it's Jund. Oh, look, chat, we got 1,000 points of damage. We're attacking with both because it's 5 now to hit. It's 5. Uh-oh. Fatal pushes us. That's fine. That's fine. They're at 9. I guess we're going to Bonecrusher Bolt, then Helix them. It's 8 damage. We're at the end step. Let's go ahead and stomp them. Stomp them. Stomp them. You got stomped, opponent. Uh-oh. I gotta let this resolve. See what they want to do here. Maybe in response I'm doing something? I don't know. K commands me. I kind of am sort of okay with just running a bolt out here. Still lethal? How is it still lethal? What? I don't really know how it's still lethal, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Qasali swings. Qasali's dying. 2 damage and discard. Yeah. Not lethal yet. Right off the top here. It's close. I'm going to cast this guy because if he becomes the target, then they take the 2 and then we have Bonecrusher. They do not have a second black here. If they have a fetch or something and they go for this, cool. But they can't really target Bonecrusher here. It looks like it's Blood Braid. They can't do Thoughtseize. It's just a Tarmogoyf. Silly Tarmogoyf. Tricks are for kids. That's gutsy. What if I have a hasty dude? If I have a hasty dude, I'm just gonna leave him there. He's gonna witness this Jund opponent dying. Boom. Casual stomp. Casual mode. Alright. I still like the Qasali and the Knight change, but otherwise I agree with everything else. Again, I'm just looking to just gain just a point or 2 of life and have a chump blocker if we get kind of on the back foot, looking for maybe burn to get around my opponent. That's about it, though. You don't like the Knight change? Being on the draw, the Knight's change makes sense to me. Being on the play, I could see the Pride Mage, if you want to make that argument. I feel like Knight is here for gaining life and a utility, not to become a 4-2. 4-3, sorry. That is how I view it. You have to remember, I did not change anything in the deck, obviously, because we're running it as is. This hand's a bit lackluster. This hand's a little bit lackluster. But because we didn't change anything, I have to make the most of what I think is happening with the sideboard. Obviously, you are here to give guidance. Huh. I feel like I want a voice. I want some creatures here, or burn. I can see the path being reasonable, but it ramps them. That's fair, too. We also get to 4 mana, naturally. So there's a case for that. A case for naturally getting to 4 mana and just bashing in with Blood Braids. That's nice of them. Verdant Catacombs. No Thoughtseize. Chat, what do we call this with 21 lands and hitting all 5 of these beauties immediately? Start with a Noble Hierarch here. We're going to just fetch some basics because basics are cool. Thanks, Meryn Floodin. Hopefully I'm not taking you away from like editing a video or something else, Meryn. That would be awkward. Alright, so we have some lands in the graveyard here. We're looking at a tiny Goyf. A tiny Goyf. Most tiny. I'll go ahead and lightning bolt this and swing in. It's kind of silly. Obviously, I'm not keeping path up. I don't feel the need to keep path up currently. We don't want to path them to give them a land just yet. They did molt. I'm Pinocchio. Meryn is Jiminy Cricket. What? Multitask. Alright, there's a Liliana. We'll see if they downtick here. Highly doubt it. Okay, cool. They did it. Let's just keep with the beautiful, 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 beautiful lands here. Voice of Resurgence. Pretty good against Liliana. Inquisition's away, my final path to exile. Do we have a Tarmogoyf or something? Discarding a card. I have slightly more green in the deck, I believe. Uh-oh, there they go again. Mute. So this is a good sign. We're going to get rid of a Liliana here. They're not going to kill this right now. I can't imagine they would. That would just be silly. Play Stomping Ground tapped and pass turn. We're going to now, from here on out, only get green mana. Because green mana is cool mana. Liliana, upticking here or downticking? Okay. Voice of Resurgence. Little token comes back. We get to kill Liliana. Looking for Bloodbraid. Looking for Bloodbraid. Can I not? Can I draw a card? It's not a forest or a... Please? Yeah, we're flooding out hard. My opponent's like, can I have a... Opponent's like, can I have a land, please? Yeah, that's right. Oh, Kings. Well, I said I'd get green mana. We'll go get green mana. And a... Alright, I'll take it. I'm going to hold these last two cards. I think it is... It's time. It is time. K-Command. Returning Tarmogoyf here, killing Elemental. We'll just F6 through our turn. I don't want to play the lands. I don't want to give them the idea that I've got anything fancy going on here. Hex Drinker would be great. It'd be a reason to play a land out. But I'm going to feign that I have maybe some sort of removal or other things. Okay. Play a land here. Let's go ahead and swing in. This is much importance. We already had a lightning bolt, so let's get rid of the Tarmogoyf. Go ahead, opponent. Make sure my opponent understands that we own this. Uh-oh, Bloodbraid. Bloodbraid into Thoughtseize. Do they cast this to check? Alright, we can play this land now. We take 3. They're at 14. We are at 16. Raging Ravine is a little worrisome. Can I get a card, please? Jund has better top decks than I do? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Ooh, Tireless Tracker. And they held a land. Yeah, smart little marble. I think I can chump this. We just need one Hex Drinker and we're off to the races. Just saying. Just saying. We're almost out of lands too, by the way. I think we've hit just about every land in our deck. Who has the better top decks now? Bloodbraid. Ho ho ho. That's what I'm talking about. Let's connect here. I can't imagine Tireless Tracker blocks here. Opponent goes to 11. You gonna crack that clue? No, they're gonna play a Bloodbraid Elf. Wow. 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 Anger. Our opponent is very angry. Hex Drinker right here. Ooh, that's a top deck. Let's go again. We are running hot. Let's go. Yeah, I'll cast that. That's good stuff. Horizon Canopy in between the Wild Nacatl. Alright, down to 8. 8, we're representing 6 damage on board. They do have a Raging Ravine that blocks as a 3/3. Goyf? 3 mana. Just kidding, not 3 mana. Tap that swamp over there so you can play your Goyf after. Oh, anger. So angry. Stomp and play it. I am forcing my opponent to answer everything I have. No reason not to. That way it's in play. It would trade with a Raging Ravine. Bloodstained Mire unknown card here. I can't imagine they attack here with Raging Ravine. I think a Raging Ravine will be on defense. Bloodstained Mire, fetching. Do we have a Fatal Push? Take the 2? Nope. You know how good this Noble could be right here? This Noble might just keep my Bonecrusher alive here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's your last card, opponent? It's a Fatal Push. It's got to hit this Noble now before Exalted trigger goes. Exalted. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down. Calm down. Raging Ravine. At least it's a 5/4. Block, die. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing here? Okay, command here. Kill this, pick up Tarmogoyf. Or do you want to kill this? Questions. Decides to kill this, takes 2, gets the Blood Braid. We have Helix, Lightning Bolt as potential kills here. They got their Blood Braid Elf, which is probably a good one here. And a Lightning Bolt. Just shoots this and goes to town. It's fine. We have several top decks. Let's go. Land. No cards, no cards. We're looking for a burn spell. Come on, burn spell. It's not a burn spell. Go ahead, opponent. Come on. Basic Land Shark, what's up? Yeah, we're flooding a little bit. Just a wee little bit. We're holding this in case they drew a K command. And next turn they just try to rip the card out of our hand. Gonna hit us for 6. Ooh, not 6. Hits us for 4. Come on, burn spell. One time. Burn spell right here. Come on. Oh, come on. Alright, so they have lethal here. How many lands was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Gosh, 15 and we're halfway through the deck. We'll see if they decide to attack. A little pump fake of the mountain there. It's 8. It's 8. We did more damage shocking, or not shocking, fetching everything. There it is. Helix was not on top. Helix was nowhere near on top. We'll bring Kusali Bracken and Night of Autumn out. Although Night of Autumn gaining some life there might have gained us a little bit of time. Alright. Let's run it down the throat here. We got this. I would like to play first. Yes, I would. This is a great hand. Yeah. It's what we deserve. Jund only beat us because we flooded out. Sweet basics? Every now and then we brush them off and play. I don't have very many of them, so it's not worth playing them in too many. When the deck has like one or two of the planes or whatever, you know, then we go for it. Inquisition here. At least we get to hit for 3 plus 2. And we'll have a path to remove a card that's pesky. They get rid of one of our giants. Definitely playing this plains. That's a nice top deck there. So now we could technically path and bolt, swing in, and then giant as well. If we did that, we're going to do a total of 6. That's a lot. If they do nothing here, we'll stomp them. Mana efficiency. Stomped away. Who's the burn deck now, opponent? Go ahead. Go ahead, opponent. You are at 12. What are we going to see here? Liliana? Liliana, the last hope. -2, -1, right? That's fine. Let's bolt them. We're going full upstairs here. I don't think I care about this, Liliana. Land here is nice. We'll probably just play Bonecrusher Giant. I know it doesn't leave any of our lovely lands up here. We can do this off of a mountain as well. But now we have Bonecrusher. We have the Wild Nacatl. We'll put them to 8 here. And then we have 3 here. This is kind of annoying. And then we have Path to remove a threat. Path to remove a threat. If it's Liliana, we can remove Wild Nacatl and then keep Bonecrusher. Bonecrusher only goes to a 2/2. 2/2 plus 3 here. And then if we hit a land, we'll Bloodbraid instead. That's the problem. Play ugly basics and you'll never flood. There's that Liliana. Here's the play exactly how we addressed it. Sacrifice. We'll sacrifice Nacatl. That way if they do something with a fatal push here. So this is 2. It's a 2/2. Land. It's good enough for me. Good enough for me. We'll just go at them for 3 here. We're an attack away from winning here. We should be fine. They should not go after Noble Hierarch with Liliana here. And our path can remove something. If they fetch again, we got them. We got them on tight ropes here. Tight ropes. Can't target this currently. Has to play 2 blockers here. It's fine. Totally fine. Path that. In response, path. Goodbye. Get out of here. Ho! Death to you. Bolt. Another one down. Another one down. Having to take these all to match 3. All to match 3. That's another one down. 3-0. All right. 3-0. It's time to run this deck into the ground. What is this? Friendly leagues? Wow. Wow. Kid. You like both decks? Nice, we're on the play. It's always nice to be on the play with the aggro deck. We're going to keep this hand. Does some things. Not a lot of things, but it does some things. Let's play this out. I know that it doesn't allow us to helix here, but I'm okay with that because I don't think we're going to be helixing right away. Yeah, this is Meryn's. Oh, baby. Guess what? We're gonna blow up. Yeah. Guess what? We're gonna blow up. Yeah, I think I gotta blow this up. Get out of here, expedition map. Ha! Try to Tron me now. Just play another map. Just do it. Ruin my life. Oh, I'm so bad. Just ignore the fact that I didn't play Bloodbraid Elf because I clicked too fast. I clicked too fast. We just wanted to make this game really hard. Incoming Tron. Oh my gosh, they have Tron. It didn't matter. It really didn't matter, actually. Exile card from her hand. You can have a path. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I'm just gonna helix Karn. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna die so fast. Bloodbraid. Cascading into Hex Drinker. So I attack Karn down. I'm trying to kind of clear Karn, but all these Urza things are gonna ruin us. Hold on, chap. Okay, the wife's home. Exiling a card from our hand. If you see another Worm Coil, you might puke. What are they going to get? They have so many cards. Why? Snaring Bridge. You thought I was getting the helmet? No, no helmets. No helmets here. Go ahead, opponent. Hello. How's it going? Hmm? No, no. Exiles a card from hand. Maybe I should have played that. Sylvan Scrying here. I'm gonna play this just a little bit longer. Alright, we can concede to a Worm Coil. We can concede to a Worm Coil. I know I have Path. Land, Bolt, Bloodbraid. Alright, we gotta beat Karn here. Alpine Moons are in, I believe. And Gaddock Teague. Collector Ufe. Knight of Autumn. Ancient Grudge. Stuff is interesting. Cindervines is interesting. So this stuff's a no. Alpine, yes, and Gaddock Teague, yes. Grudge out. Probably not Cindervines. We're probably looking at this stuff here. So Helix. We don't want Path. Or we want Path? Why do we want Path? You're thinking Path for Worm? Okay. I could see that. So get rid of these 8. It's like the 7 plus 1 other one. Probably just an Ancient Grudge. Maybe a Cindervines. Maybe we bring one of these back. Like 2 Helixes back or something for like a Path. Maybe something like this. It seems reasonably powerful. Cindervine seems good. Yeah, we can do that over 1 Helix. All right. We'll run it like it is. We'll run it like it is here. Looking for an Alpine Moon. All right, we're going to keep it. Because we naturally flood out. Game's too easy not to flood out. Opponent's down to 5. Down to 4. Going down to 3. Working out the car wash. 3. Don't count them out. We won earlier. Mull to 3. Working at the car wash. Collector Ufe. Go ahead, opponent. Tron doesn't need that many cards, but they're going to need more than 3 in this game, I think. Power plant. Map. Collector Ufe. Whoa. Haha, gotcha. Everyone with me now. Ufe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ufe. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. We're going to play another Ufe here just to be redundant and then a Hex Drinker. We're going to keep the Knight of Autumn as long as possible in hand just in case they get an O-Stone, which they can't do anything with. So, yeah, something we're going to do. There's that path. Let's make this protection from instants here. It's also a 4/4, so we're going to hit him for 8. I mean, if you have Dismember followed by a second Dismember, you win the game. You win the game, opponent. Cool. Should be game there. I feel like my opponent's questioning why they played this card. All right, let's run it back. They only saw Collector Ufe. We're expecting some creature removal now in. Fingers crossed, Alpine Moon all the way. All right, we're going to keep it. No Alpine Moon, but we have a turn 2 Ufe. Opponent's down to 5. Down to 4. It's not the way to win. Be nice to your opponents at F&M. They mull, even if they're Tron. Don't rub it in. It's rude. Going down to 3E. But we can kind of enjoy it a little bit here. Lost against them playing a turn 2 Ufe because they could still crack map on time. This is a true statement. We fear them. Here we go. fear. Opponent has 1 card in hand. Noble Hierarch. They will not shoot that. It's not Dismember. Makes green mana. Drew a card. Ancient Stirrings. Here we go. Map. Land. Map. You're doing it all, opponent. And so are we. I almost just want to, like, play the Cindervines down and ruin them. Like that. I think it's just Ufe here. And a Hex Drinker. This looks familiar, right, opponent? We've been here before. Don't Natural Tron me here. I have a bolt. I have a bolt. Do. Actually, let's play Hex Drinker here. Qasali Pride Mage. Collector Ufe in. Killing Karn. Alright, we have to end this game relatively quickly here. Let's do this, opponent. I'm ready for you. I have Burn in my hand. Ghost Quarter. We can kill that. Working at the car wash. Yeah. Alright. Let's play Noble here. Let's play Cindervines. Let's attack for 6. And then from here, we should be pretty good. Because then we have all the burn. We have them taking damage if they have to cantrip a few times as well. This should be enough to kill them next turn, I think. No, I don't think it's giant. I think it's this line here. Because Cindervines will do a couple points of damage here. Car wash. Yeah. Can't activate that ability. Take 1. So this is 6 here again. Coddle down. Go ahead. Yeah, we'll stomp them this turn, and then the following turn we're going to lightning bolt them. We're fine. We're lucky, but we're fine. This is colorless, right? Let's blow up probably the map here. We're lucky. We did it. We're very lucky. Cindervines did enough. Cindervines did enough. Avenging your loss. Oh, let's get baited. They had to mull to 3. We're 4-0. Let's finish this league up. 1 to go. 1 to go. Every single match. 2-1. There's nothing in here. Nothing in there, chap. Nothing to do. Giant's been pretty good. Yeah, that 2 damage plus being able to play a body, it usually ends up doing about 4 damage. So it's like a 3-ish, 2.5-ish damage, or 2.5 curve kind of threat. It's been pretty good. Basic land shark. Beasting it up. Alright, we got one more to go. Could go anywhere. 4-0 curse, you know, that kind of stuff. Bonecrusher may take place of Scoos for a night or two for me. I would give it a shot. It's a 4-3, which is excellent stats for a 3 converted mana cost. It has a little removal or a little burn attached to it. On turn 2, if you want to leave it up, then you burn, then you can play it. It's not really card disadvantage, which is usually when you're getting to have to like exile like a Force of Rage or something, or Force of Negation. So the Bonecrusher is really handy in that capacity. I think it's a solid, well-designed all-around card, and I think it fits very nicely into red decks for sure. There's only one league, Meryn. What's the record? 4-0. The current record's 4-0. This will be the final match of the night. We're going to keep this hand. It's reasonably good. It is lacking 1 or 2 lands here, but we do have a voice and 2 burn spells. 2 burn spells will be good against my Death Shadow opponent. Final boss. Death Shadow almost killed us before tonight. Thoughtseize. I expect them to take Bolt, Helix, or Giant here. I do not expect them to take Voice of Resurgence. It does look like Mardu Shadow. Opponents down to 4 cards will draw 1 with Bobble. I stand corrected. Takes Voice. We're probably going to just go ahead and get a Mountain here and bolt them. I think we just go to town on their face here. Let's do this off of Sacred Foundry. We'll do the shock now. Let's bolt them. And now they take another burn spell here, probably a Helix, I'd imagine. They do. They're at 10. Fetch. Has to shock if they want to play a Death Shadow here. Fetch shock going to 7. And it's a Death Shadow. Alright, so we have 1 Death Shadow to beat here. What's frustrating here is we have all the burn. We just have to navigate a way that we get there with it. Has an Inquisition here. I think I have to do the Helix here. Helix is the most amount of damage. But I have to do this off of a basic planes here. I'm gonna do it off of a basic. They're at 7. They're not at 6. They're at 4 now. If I can rip a land here, I can maybe put a blocker out and then Bloodbraid right behind it. Possibly. It is 3 discard spells. Opponent's gone a little nutty here with their discard. Hits us for 9. Need a land here. Alright, I hit my lands. I can't go upstairs, unfortunately, with this. I need the blocker. And we're going to hope that they don't have something that prevents this. They swing. They don't have a blocker. I get in with Bloodbraid Elf. That's the line, probably. Teamer Battle Rage obviously kills us. It was going to kill us pretty much anyway. Could have taken 9 and went 2-1. That was aggressive. Well, I obviously have to block now. So keeping the stomp would have done that, I suppose. Burn spell here wins it. That does not. I'm gonna land off of just killing them there. Land off the top would have done it on the following turn. Okay. Wow. I'm just racing this, right? Yeah, I guess I could bring in a worship. Why vines? What is vines hitting? You don't think they can beat a worship? We can probably kill one Pride Mage here. More burn? It won't hit anything. No knight? We could probably bring in a knight as well for the Pride Mage, but we're on the play. We determined that Pride Mage is swapped with a knight if you're on the draw, but not on the play. I want Leyline. I want Leyline. Alright, we were on the play last time as well, by the way. Alright, I'm going to keep this. It's aggressive. Definitely going to play this Wild Nacatl down and see if we can get there. And we'll do this off of a Temple Garden. So we have all of our colors pretty quickly. Alright, opponent. You're gonna ruin me here. Marsh Flats. Fetching Marsh Flats. Shocking in, probably. Shocks in. Thoughtseize or Inquisition here? Inquisition. Alright. Well, hopefully I get another threat down. Probably takes... Ooh, Voice of Resurgence. Alright. Play Stomping Ground here. Let's play Pride Mage here and hit them for 4. And pass back. We're going to force them to have Death Shadow right here. I don't think I need to take less. We're going to race them. Wow. All right. Well, lucky for us, we can remove that and then bolt their face or whatever. Depending on what they take. Alright, so let's go ahead and bolt that to move it out of the way. We'll get our Bonecrusher back. We'll hit them for 5. Stomp, and then maybe a Bloodbraid behind all of this. I think we can get this. A Death Shadow. Representing Path. Representing Path. I don't do enough. Pass and Stomp and not play Bonecrusher? I think I'm playing this giant and passing the turn. kind of show them that I'm setting up, maybe expecting a path here. I just have to block in a fashion that I don't die to a Teamer Battle Rage here. Oh, goodness. All right, they didn't immediately slam in. So they're doing math here. They can go to 9, 9, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. So I can just block and swing with Nuckhoddle. Yeah, if they path, I get the land too. Opponent sacrifices a creature, you gain 4 life. Okay. Gaining 4 life makes them an 8, which makes that a 5/5. It's going well. So that makes that a 5/5. If that's a 5/5, I want the Pride Mage. So what do I want to keep here? We want to sack Pride Mage, but if we sack Pride Mage, we're not getting the Exalted on our Bonecrusher Giant. I guess we're thinking we're going to hit a land for Bloodbraid. They're not going to attack. They're on defense. Alright. So we hit a Bloodbraid Elf here. They would block Stone 3/6. So if I hit a burn spell off the top, we win. If I don't, I can stay back for probably a turn. Got there. We got there. And this should be lethal. One more to go. We're on the play, though. All right, we got to beat him on the play. All right. Pride Mage out, Knight in. Maybe Pride Mage is just better as a chump blocker. We still don't believe they can beat us with the Worship. They could remove a lot of cards. They could. Need all the paths for sure. I'm just going to run it. I just can't see any change here. We got this. We got this. Hand looks great. 2 paths. I'll take it. We'll keep this. We'll keep this. Let's get around the Death Shadows. It ramps them, but they only need like 2 mana, just like us. Just like us. Double Bobble Hand. No Fetch Shock. Interesting. Alright. Let's take our time here because we have the Noble. And I'm going to play Noble off of a Temple Garden here. And just pass it back. This opens us up to a lot of options next turn. And I almost want to try to get a Hex Drinker out and just make it big. I almost just want to do this and then successfully just smash in for tons of damage. So. Okay. Fatal pushes the Noble. Totally fine. I'd rather them push the Noble than pretty much any of these other creatures, that's for sure. The record is 4-0, 1-1 in games. Going into our final games here. Alright, let's get 2 creatures down here. Coddle first, then Hex Drinker. Opponent looks to be F6'd. Alright, can we grow Hex Drinker enough? That'd be kind of cool. No burn in our hand, but we have a lot of removal, which is good to be. Fatal pushes, Hex Drinker. Looks like we're gonna have a Nakatl here to beat them with. Tide Hollow. Fish is fine. Fish is fine. Noble here. Sacred Foundry tapped. Path to exile this, and let's get in for 4. Let's close this game up. Let's do it. 1 red is going to hurt me just a little bit next turn, possibly. We'll see, though. 4 damage. Opponent's at 11. What do you got? Just don't be like 5 Death Shadows. Then I'll call Judge. Judge! 5 Death Shadows? What's this? Collective Brutalities. Interesting. And Death Shadows. Alright. Noble, because we're going to get in for more damage here. Pathing. Hits for 4. Come on. Come on. Stomp the Shadow? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We good. We good. Don't worry about it. It was the play. Shadow was a 2-2. We're doing Stomp to face. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Somehow. Some way. I'm too anxious. They have to block with Death Shadow here, or Death Shadow grows here. Path would have hit the next Shadow. Maybe. Did I fix it? Did I fix it, chat? So we got both Death Shadows. Attacks for 3 here. Bolt the Shadow there? We'll see. Another Ranger. It's gonna go get another Shadow here. We'll obviously play Bonecrusher here. This has a lot of trouble playing from the yard sometimes. We'll pass. Fetching. Does not shock in here. Okay. Tide Hollow. See if they want to sack a Ranger here. They don't. I believe I have to bolt here. I have to bolt and look for burn off the top and block accordingly. Here we go. Blood Braids, bolts, Helix. Team of Battle Rage kills me anyway, so I'm going to block with Noble here. Because this would be 20 and I don't have enough here. So if they have Team or Battle Rage, we lose. But if not, we have a shot here. Here we go. They can in upkeep stop us, by the way. So we kind of have to... Well, I say that, but then on their turn we can get it. Nakatl here. Nakatl's a blocker. Rip. They do 2 to us and make us discard this. So they have lethal. Looks like that is what it comes down to. There goes R50 getting beaten down by Mardu Death Shadow. To the punt, we got both creatures off the same exact way. I don't know if that's a punt. Yeah. 4-1. Minus Nikado for no value. There we go. Little 4-1. Not bad, not bad. I'm kind of wondering if that was a punt or not. We only had one red, so we would have stomped it anyway. And the following turn, we would have had to play Stomp out. I don't think so because they had so many Rangers. I think we played all right. The Bonecrusher below that, Stomping Ground. There's a Worship, a Lightning Bolt. Couple turns away. Couple turns away. You have to remember that if we would have Bonecrushered them as well, they'd be sitting at 5 and not at 3. Because we would have pathed and not had the 2 damage to face. So, take that for what you think. Punts or no punts. This was the list we ran. I don't think it was a punt. Stomping it was dangerous because of the cycling guy, but you definitely should have attacked and given them the option to chump. What, in that last attack? They most certainly do because I'm empty-handed. They just chump and then swing back with lethal. Easy peasy, easy peasy. No, before the path. For the 1 damage I had on board? I had only a Noble Hierarch. No, before the path, you path the 2/2 Shadow. Yes, I pathed the 2/2 Shadow, I thought, on their turn. And then stomped them. Didn't I? I had 4 damage. Hold on. Let's go. I main phased it. Let's go find out. And we'll conclude after this. Put those out. They had a million removal spells. This Gurmag Angler, we path. We swing for 4 again. So here they Gurmag in this. So here you guys are saying that I should play Noble and Bonecrusher it. So if you stomp it versus pathing it, so if I Bonecrusher it and they happen to have a cycling creature, we lose out. That is a fair argument. But if we Bonecrusher and do the Noble, that's exactly almost the same as the Noble and the path here. So you guys are saying swing before. So if we connect, then you can't do the Stomping Giant. And then this 2 damage is not going to face. So I would not have had to throw away the Nikado because of the chump block. So here it would have been a stomp, 2 damage. So this would be 4. So here, when they have Ranger, I guess we're saying also, I thought they played a land here as well. They didn't play a land. So we gave them a land there, and that could have been it. I know I can stomp in response to no blocks. So here I would then have a 4/4 and a Ranger. They would chump, and then I would path this. Or this would be in hand. So here I could then play a Bonecrusher Giant out. They would be... So this would be 4 coming through. Right, so I lost Nikado here. I Bonecrushered this. He has then the next land. So here he would have played another Ranger and had 2. He'd have 2 Death Shadows. I could have pathed. Sorry, he would have had 1 Death Shadow because of this land coming off path. So he'd have 2 Rangers and 1 Death Shadow here. I could path this, I'd have a Nicodle. At this point, he wouldn't have attacked. I'd attack with Nicodle, probably double block, in which point I could then either bolt and or just trade. The following turn here, he would play the 2 Death Shadows because he would have the 2 Death Shadows. And he'd be at a... He'd have the 2 Death Shadows plus this Tide Hallow. This bolt would potentially be gone from the Coddles. He'd still be at 6 with 1 Death Shadow still here. Then I would have run my Nicodle into the shadow and bolted it. So I still would have lost the Nicodle, and this bolt wouldn't have gone upstairs. So my opponent would then have been at 6, and I would have cleared at least the Death Shadow. At this point, we probably can confirm they didn't have the cycling creature either, which would have been an out for doing stomp on the Death Shadow. So they wouldn't have this, and they wouldn't have one of these, and they'd have Ranger and this, and they'd be at 6 life. So that's how that would have played out. So we would be Bonecrusher, Noble versus Ranger, Tide Hallow, them at 6 life. So that's how it would have worked. Because then the Nicodle would have traded, like you said, and we would have bolted. So 2 versus 2. If we attack with this, they can double block, and then it's Noble versus them at 6 life. So that's what it would have resulted in. So this K command would have been there still, which would have removed our Noble. So then we wouldn't have had a Noble, we wouldn't have had the Nicodle either. And the K command could have, they probably just pick back up a Death Shadow that we killed with the K command. So then they would recur the K command with that. Then I don't know where it goes from there. Then I don't know. I don't know. I can see where you're saying with the stomp, but the stomp gets completely blown out by a Street Wraith, which is scary. It's always scary to just hit a 2/2 when they naturally play it and they know you're playing bolts and stuff. Just something to consider. Something to consider. We obviously have a lot more information at the end, though. 4-1, though. I'll take it. And definitely a blast to play. That line right there proves the whole, oh, aggro decks aren't very interactive and they just like burn face and spin creatures and there's no thought to them. That's a perfect example where that one is difficult. It's good to look at that one too.